Dr. Jane Goodall, the renowned British zoologist, ethologist, world's leading chimpanzee expert, and animal conservationist, passed away from natural causes in Los Angeles on October 1 during her lecture tour in California, at the age of 91. She truly worked until her very last moment. In the 1960s, her groundbreaking observations and recordings of chimpanzee behavior in the wild were hailed as one of the greatest scientific achievements of the Western world. After news of Dr. Goodall's passing broke, many organizations and public figures expressed their condolences. The United Nations praised her for tirelessly working for our planet and all its inhabitants, leaving an extraordinary legacy for humanity and nature. Greenpeace said it was deeply saddened by her death, describing her as one of the true environmental giants of our time. Former US President Barack Obama stated that Dr. Goodall opened doors for generations of female scientists. He added that she devoted her life to studying and helping animals, and that the legacy she left to the world is far greater than a stack of research papers. Dr. Jane Goodall was born on April 3, 1934, in London. Her father was a businessman, and her mother was a writer. When she was a child, her father gave her a stuffed chimpanzee named Jubilee instead of a teddy bear, and it was this toy that sparked her lifelong love for animals. "My mother's friends thought the toy was scary and that it would frighten me or give me nightmares," she once recalled. But little Jane wasn't afraid. To this day, the stuffed chimpanzee still sits on the dressing table in her London home. As she grew up, Dr. Goodall remained deeply interested in animals and Africa. In 1957, she met her academic mentor, the paleoanthropologist Louis Leakey, who was looking for a chimpanzee researcher to help him gather data. Since chimpanzees are the species most genetically similar to humans, he hoped the findings could shed light on the behavior of early hominins. Dr. Goodall became Leakey's secretary, a role that marked the beginning of her journey into chimpanzee research. In 1960, Goodall arrived at Gombe National Park in Tanzania with her mother and began studying wild chimpanzees. Because the staff were concerned for her safety, they required her mother to accompany her. Goodall once said that she was very grateful to her mother for always encouraging her to pursue research on primates, as at the time this field was male-dominated and female researchers were generally not accepted. Dr. Goodall's observations and research focused on several generations of a community of 30 to 40 chimpanzees. She gave some of the chimpanzees names, Flo, Fifi, and David Greybeard, rather than numbers, because names evoke a stronger emotional connection. She gradually built relationships with the chimpanzees, observing their courtship, mating, birthing, and parenting behaviors. She was the first scientist to inform the world that chimpanzee mothers give birth only once every 4.5 to 6 years. She discovered that in the Gombe chimpanzee community, only 1 or 2 infants are born each year, and there are subtle differences between first-time mothers and experienced mothers. First-time chimpanzee mothers usually hide their babies from adult males, because the males would react by frantically showing off, jumping and vocalizing, a behavior that can last up to 5 minutes. Experienced chimpanzee mothers, however, behave differently. They are more relaxed and allow males and other females to observe their babies, satisfying their curiosity. Dr. Goodall's research also challenged 2 long-standing beliefs at the time, that only humans use tools and that chimpanzees are strictly herbivorous. One day in October 1960, she observed David Greybeard, a chimpanzee, foraging on a termite mound. He repeatedly inserted a blade of grass into the mound, waited for it to be covered with termites, and then pulled it out. Clearly, he was using the grass as a tool. In addition, chimpanzees were seen breaking branches off trees and stripping off the leaves to make the branches more practical, essentially modifying objects, a rudimentary form of tool-making. For a long time, humans had distinguished themselves from other animals by their ability to make and use tools. Dr. Goodall's observations overturned this notion. Her mentor, Louis Leakey, after reviewing her records and realizing that humans were not the only beings capable of making and using tools, famously remarked, "Now we must redefine tool, redefine man, or accept chimpanzees as human." In the summer of 1963, Dr. Goodall, then 29 years old, had her research report published in National Geographic. The article was 37 pages long, totaling 7,500 words, and documented her observations of chimpanzees' various behaviors in the Gombe Stream Chimpanzee Reserve. In addition to describing the chimpanzees, the article also recounted Dr. Goodall's experiences at her makeshift research station, detailing the hardships she faced in getting close to the chimpanzees, including illness, predators, and numerous other challenges. In the field of wild primate research, this report was groundbreaking. It documented how wild chimpanzees rear their young, establish dominance, and engage in social interactions and communication, opening a new chapter in this area of study. The report brought Dr. Goodall widespread attention and respect in the scientific community, establishing her as a rising star. Thanks to this outstanding contribution, she was admitted to a doctoral program at Cambridge University in 1961 without a bachelor's degree and earned her PhD in 1965. Evolutionary biologist and historian of science Stephen Jay Gould once remarked that Dr. Goodall's research on chimpanzees represents one of the greatest scientific achievements of the Western world. Dr. Goodall is not only renowned in academic circles but is also one of the most widely recognized scientists in the world, a scientist who has entered the public eye. People are drawn to her and her research partly because her articles and books vividly depict her life in Africa, sometimes in a light-hearted tone, recounting the many dangers she faced, such as malaria, leopards, crocodiles, venomous cobras, and deadly giant centipedes. Her research also challenged conventional ideas and shaped two distinctive themes, the chimpanzees and herself, making her work uniquely compelling and captivating. Additionally, the power of television gave her a significant boost. In December 1965, CBS News aired a primetime documentary about her work. Dr. Goodall's gentle demeanor and erudite scholar persona immediately captured the audience's hearts. Moreover, as one of the most famous scientists of the 20th century, she opened doors for female researchers in the male-dominated field of primatology. After her, more women emerged and took leading roles in this field. By 2019, the gender ratio among primatology researchers had nearly reached 1:1, a development that can in part be attributed to Dr. Goodall. Her pioneering work inspired many young women to enter the field. Reading Dr. Goodall's books or watching documentaries about her often feels different from typical popular science content. It comes across as more personal and human. This is because she records her own life, especially at significant moments. For example, in March 1963, after dating for nearly a year, she married Dutch wildlife filmmaker Hugo van Lauwijk. Since van Lauwijk was a member of Dutch nobility, Dr. Goodall also gained the title of Baroness after their marriage. The two met and fell in love while working together. In her National Geographic research article, she even included photos taken by van Lauwijk. 3 years later, Dr. Goodall had her only child, whom she nicknamed Grub. She has said that her views on parenting were deeply influenced by chimpanzees, especially the experienced female matriarch Flo. However, living in the wild, she still had to keep her child in a cage for safety, worried that the chimpanzees might harm him. Dr. Goodall's first marriage lasted only 11 years. The couple divorced in 1974. The following year, she married Derek Bryson, a Tanzanian member of parliament and director of the National Parks Authority. Bryson passed away from cancer in 1980, and Dr. Goodall later described that period as probably the most difficult time of her life. Starting in the 1970s, Dr. Goodall gradually reduced her fieldwork observing chimpanzees and devoted more energy to protecting chimpanzees and their habitats, openly opposing the capture of chimpanzees for zoo exhibitions or medical research. In 1977, she founded the Jane Goodall Institute, which has since become one of the largest non-profit research and conservation organizations in the world, with offices in 35 countries. Its Roots and Shoots program, launched in 1991, promotes environmental awareness among young people in 120 countries. For her outstanding contributions to science and environmental conservation, Dr. Goodall has received numerous honors. In 2002, the United Nations named her a Messenger of Peace, the highest honor it can bestow on a civilian. In 2003, Queen Elizabeth II awarded her the Order of the British Empire and the title of Dame. While these honors are certainly significant, perhaps the reward Dr. Goodall takes the most pride in is seeing more young women pursue careers in scientific research. In an interview, she spoke about her books, saying, "Ever since young girls began reading about my early life and my research on chimpanzees, many of them have told me that it was because of me that they pursued careers in animal conservation or the study of animal behavior." She added, "I sincerely hope that this book can inspire people to take a greater interest in and curiosity about nature."